Hey everyone, so here are some tips for keeping bettas in with other fish. So actually I have two bettas in this tank, usually not recommended, but they actually do not seem to mind each other. Plus this is a good sized tank, so they kind of keep their own distance, have their own little territories. I see my male betta's down there, and then the female is up top there. The biggest thing you can do, the best thing you can do for keeping bettas in with other fish is making sure your tank is big enough. So this is a 45-gallon tank, so they have enough room to have their own territory, so they don't think the entire thing is their territory. See, even with each other there, they don't care. So again, this is a 45-gallon tank, so it is more than big enough. I would not recommend putting bettas in with other fish, and then anything less than a 10-gallon tank, even a 20-gallon long. 20-gallon and bigger is probably going to be most ideal. I actually my 20-gallon long over there. 10-gallon tank isn't really that big, but you might be able to get away with a 10-gallon tank if you choose the right fish to go along with the betta. No, that's not to say you cannot put shrimp or snails in with them in something smaller. But with other fish, I highly recommend at least a 10-gallon tank, if not a 20-gallon tank. And bigger is going to be better. That way it gives your betta its own territory inside of its tank. It's not thinking the entire tank is its territory. Second thing here is choosing the correct other fish. So usually you do not want fish that have big flowing fins, especially with male bettas. They will tend to think that the other fish is another male betta, and then they'll get territorial and try to attack each other or attack the other fish. Also, things that are super bright and colorful, again, it just kind of sets off their territorial moods. And then you don't want fish that are going to attack the betta as well. So some fish like barbs or even some Daniels can be kind of nippy. So you don't want that, especially if you have a betta with big flowing fins as well. And of course, some fish you can just never put in with a betta, such as like big cichlids or Oscars. Fish that will literally eat other fish. So again, like an Oscar or something. And of course, there are those YouTube videos of idiots doing that. And then, the betta gets swallowed in one chomp. So second biggest thing here is going to be fish compatibility here. So make sure your other fish that you choose are compatible with the betta. So you don't want the betta to attack them or vice versa. Third thing is going to be having decorations, so that way the other fish can get away from the betta if need be, or the betta can get away from the other fish. So like I have these nice big plants in the back there, so my betta goes in and out of them all the time. Other fish go in and out of them all the time. Putting in caves and stuff like I have down here, and actually, tiny little one over here, that they can hide if they want to get away. That way they can have their own little piece if they want to get away from other fish and not be bothered by anyone else. So just having good decorations. But now with that said, you do not want anything that is going to cut them open. So if you have something like some of the cheaper plastic plants are kind of sharp or they're just pointy, so you want to make sure you're not going to hurt your fish with your decorations though. Fourth thing you can do is kind of check out how their personality is. So both of my bettas in this tank were very peaceful. They never bothered any other fish. They never seemed to even care about their own reflections. So you can check out how your betta's personality is. Again, some bettas are going to be more peaceful, and other bettas are going to be more aggressive. You can see there again, my two bettas are swimming right next to each other. They don't even really care. They actually kind of like each other, seems like. So just you can check out your betta's personality. You can hold up a mirror to them for one, and if they go poop crazy, then they're going to probably not be the best of other fish. Or if they just don't seem to even care about their own reflection, then they'll probably be okay with other fish. Some bettas will attack anything that's in their tank whatsoever, be it snails, shrimp, other fish, whatever, they'll attack them. Other bettas, like the two I have here, don't care about anything else in their tank. They just mind their own business. So checking your betta's personality is another tip for keeping bettas in with other fish. And then last is not so much a tip for keeping bettas in with other fish, but is in case you do put your betta in with other fish and something goes wrong, the betta attacks the other fish or vice versa, is just having another tank ready for that just in case they do attack each other. You can remove the instigator and then quit the abuse on your fish. So just have another tank set off and ready to go just in case you need it, in case they do not get along with each other. Yeah, if you guys have any other tips for keeping bettas in with other fish, leave a comment below. I always like to read them. As always, appreciate y'all watching. Hope you guys have a good one. See you next time. Goodbye.